Hey guys, so the most recent post that we've had from the devs is some great news. We're going to be getting 4 new classes launching as of the 3rd of April on Black Desert Xbox. Now for those of you that are new to the game, these classes are going to be completely unknown and you're not going to have fought against them or with them since the launch. So first of all, let's take a look at the Lahn. Now as far as the Lahn's concerned, it's really not a class that excels in mass PvP. You might have a place in mass PvP with some guilds, but a lot of the top guilds just aren't going to be interested in this class. If you're not looking to be the most competitive though, the Lahn is a really fun class. It's quite underrated and has some really great 1v1 potential. When it comes to your PvE side of things, the grind time is really pretty smooth and fast with the Lahn as well, so you're not going to run into any difficulties there. What I would say though is that if you are looking to play this class, you are going to have to invest a lot of time to becoming competent in 1v1 situations, and if you're planning on taking it into mass PvP, get ready to die a lot. You're really going to have to master the iframes that this class has to offer if you're going to be able to survive when it comes to large scale PvP. Now we're going to move on to the next class, the Musa. So the Musa is the male version of the two classes Musa and Maehwa. It's arguably the most mobile class in the game, and at higher gear levels it has incredible potential in mass scale PvP. This class can quite literally wipe entire guilds single-handedly. However, it doesn't come without its risks. It's not a very protected class. You're really going to want to be able to master this class to be able to perform well in smaller scale and 1v1 PvP. Thanks to its mobility and its huge amounts of AoE though, the Musa is a fantastic grinding class. It has one of the best PvE clears in the game. If you're looking for something that's going to be fast, mobile, really good at grinding, but also have a place in large scale PvP with your guild, as well as being able to hold its own in 1v1, the Musa is definitely a class you want to look at. It really is quite a beginner friendly class. And next up we have the Dark Knight, which once upon a time was considered the absolute best class in Black Desert. So much so that everybody was re-rolling to this class. In its current iteration though, and how we're going to be receiving the class on Xbox, unfortunately following a lot of the nerfs, Dark Knight just isn't at the same level it used to be. In terms of its 1v1 potential and mass PvP potential, Dark Knight really doesn't excel at either. The class is really mobile and has some decent AoE, which is where it manages to benefit from a reasonably good PvE clear time. However, none of that really helps the fact that this is a really squishy class, and when it comes down to PvP, being a squishy mobile class isn't necessarily the best thing if you have no way of being able to dish out enough damage to kill people before they turn around and kill you. If you're looking for a class that's going to excel all round, Dark Knight isn't going to be that class. It's mediocre at best on most things. However, it does feel rewarding to be able to learn this class. And once you hit the higher AP thresholds, Dark Knight really does start to shine again, so it's not a completely redundant class, and it's definitely something that people will enjoy playing. Next on the list though, this is the class everybody's been waiting for, and it's considered to be one of the most OP and strongest 1v1 classes in the game currently on PvP. The class that we've got now is Striker. Unlike its Mystic counterpart that we don't have, Striker doesn't have the same sort of CC and control. What it does have though is incredible burst damage and high mobility. Striker is an absolutely fantastic 1v1 class. When compared to the current classes we have in the game on Xbox, Striker is pretty much the strongest class, hands down when it comes to 1v1. Especially once we hit the Awakening on Strikers, the class is really going to start to excel. With its increased magic defense, and its constant ability to chain its super armors, the Striker class really is a powerhouse in both 1v1 and mass PvP. If you're looking for a class that's going to have a place in huge guild wars and sieges, this is going to be the class for you. When it comes to PvE as well, the Striker doesn't fall short there either. The Striker has a reasonably good clear time, it's pretty safe, strong and reliant, although its clunky movement does make it a little bit cumbersome when you come into grind in certain areas. Overall though, if you were looking at all of these classes in terms of which is going to be the strongest or weakest, Striker is probably going to be your best bet for overall easy to play strong class. Musa is going to scale massively into late game with high AP, and is going to be a force to be reckoned with in mass PvP. And then you've got the Lahn and the Dark Knight, both of which don't excel at anything in particular, however are rewarding classes. And until we know how things play out on Xbox, we're not sure if all these classes are going to feel and play exactly the same as they do on PC. What I will say is if you're looking for a new class to play, pick something that you enjoy, stick with it, and now's the time to start really developing those skills.